Alright, hold on. Alright. We're rolling. The pause button works. Everything is fucking fine and dandy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Evan Button, and I am the recent completer of an album with my dear friend who joins me today in another attempt at a Jacob Andrews collaboration project with the Evan Button Show, where we talk about anything that isn't horrible, vile things, because we already do that on the Red Scare record. I've tried to record an episode with Jacob here like 3-4 times. Maybe not that many, like maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's a bad luck charm, it feels like.
Right. I feel like I start tweaking out, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, we actually do have something to talk about rather than just nothing, you know. We used to make tier list videos together, and thank you to OBS for being fucking gay and not, allowing us to do that. But we are here with shit to talk about. So yeah, we're gonna talk the new Red Scare record, shoot the shit, and yeah. So Jacob, how'd the new Red Scare record start? What was it? Start with the Unk Anthem.
Yeah, it started the Unk Anthem early May. And then we kind of just suddenly, like 2 days ago, just decided, let's complete this.
Right, because I didn't want another album like the one before it, Homoerotica. Like I like Homoerotica. I think Homoerotica is great, but I don't know. I wanted something listenable, which is why my dear friend Jacob here has mixed it instead of having me mix it, because Homoerotica is unlistenable.
It's unlistenable in the best way.
Yeah, right. And so yeah, Red Scare going forward is going to be like actual music, with the same Red Scare ideation. Right. We're not gonna be making like super serious music, but yeah. So
I don't know, I mean everything I say in the songs.
Oh. This is why we need disclaimers, so we have clear audio, like auditory, like there's clear audio of us.
The does not have a disclaimer. We've already released 2 disclaimer tracks. We don't need a third one.
I actually was gonna ask if you wanted to record a disclaimer for.
That would make the track listing uneven, though. It's a perfect 12 tracks.
Right. We would need to record a 14th, and I don't have any ideas for that type of Red Scare. So, after this, because this is we have the first Red Scare album. So we have Red Scare self-titled, Red Scare 2004-2005. Unfinished and unreleased. Is that an anthology? Is that a compilation?
It's a compilation.
Okay.
I did not have anything to do with those releases.
Yeah. So, there was a gentleman in Red Scare beforehand. Him and I are no longer, doing music stuff as it stands. But yeah, Red Scare kind of took off after Intrusive Thoughts, the EP there, and I mean, then on, we recorded a Homoerotica, and now we've got Speak Swedish or Die. Yeah, so
Speak Swedish or Die is a no bullshit, balls to the wall heavy metal record with no filler tracks whatsoever, unlike the bullshit that was Homoerotica. Fuck that shit. Every other song was a filler song.
we're scheming, and by we're scheming it means I'm scheming, and I presume you're thinking of ideas for the next Red Scare album.
Oh yeah.
There are traditions with these new Red Scare albums I like that we didn't have on the other ones. I don't know, like Red Scare was kind of traditionalist beforehand, like the first album and the second album. The second album kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, and like everything where Red Scare was functioning mostly as kind of like a solo project between the first TV Static release, and the end of the first era of Red Scare, where the other gentleman that had been in the band left. Everything with that, where I kind of creatively took over Red Scare. Those releases after the first, I guess the first album does kind of stick in with the other stuff now, but it's also not like I had nothing. I had mostly nothing to do with the first album, and it was except for that song, Valentine, that me and the other gentleman had written together. That stuff is completely not me. But yeah, Red Scare is definitely more collaborative than it has ever been. Aside from the second album, which me and we recorded those songs all together, except for the song direction. I had a lot of creative control for the second Red Scare album, and yeah. So Jacob here, it's really awesome that like you're playing on songs more.
Yeah. Now, if anyone's wondering what genre Red Scare is, I think Evan said it best. I think we qualify as a postmodern fag rock band, which I think perfectly describes the music.
Oh my god.
Because we're literally like nothing else, and I mean like nothing else. Like, this is probably the most original music in a very, very long time.
The Beatles have nothing on this.
Yeah. We are the next Beatles.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh god.
We're bigger than God.
We're bigger than everything. We're bigger than government. We're bigger than music itself. Our music transcends music.
Right.
It's not just music, it's a movement.
Yeah. There are gonna be there's gonna be a lot of people talking about this next record, and I feel as though it's gonna
especially police officers.
I feel as though it's gonna become like just it's gonna go in everybody's like top 10 greatest albums list, like most influential albums ever made.
It's gonna break the world.
It's gonna break every record in music history. We're gonna go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like
preferably with machine guns.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I had a lot of fun. It is definitely really cool that you're playing, more. We were talking about traditions though. I like disclaimers as traditions, but I doubt the next album's even gonna need one. So kind of leaving it off at homoerotica is, because I mean, intrusive thoughts and homoerotica are like spiritual successors to each other.
Homoerotica is just intrusive thoughts expanded.
Essentially, I mean that's what it was like aimed to be too.
We recorded that one not very long after Intrusive Thoughts.
Was Intrusive Thoughts all me?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was all you, but I helped with ideas.
Right, I know the song that kick-started Intrusive Thoughts because I
had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I recorded a TikTok that got taken down. That whole "No, shut the fuck up," like that. I ripped that from a TikTok of mine that got deleted, and like that's where the whole like screaming in songs like came from, and like the whole like metal, or like it's not even metal, it's just
noise.
It's gaze. It's shoegaze without the shoe. It's just the gaze part. So that's where that idea, that's where that started, and then from there it kind of became its own thing, really.
Right. I think this new record is the best thus far. Like, genuinely, this one doesn't have any filler in it. Every song has its meaning. Well, meaning's a loose term, but every song sounds different from each other, and like easily identifiable, unlike on homoerotica and intrusive thoughts, which were mostly just in first half is silly screeching noises or silly nonsense, and then the rest of the song is overblown guitar noises.
Right, and I'm glad like that you and I have kind of like moved on from the overblown guitar. I like the silly shit. Don't get me wrong. I love the silly shit.
Well, yeah, that's why the silly shit's still there.
Right.
Like this is still a very silly album.
Right.
Like, it's primarily a comedy album.
And I would never want to lose that in New Red Scare, and like whatever gets done with what is to come in the future. Like what comes in the future. I like the whole acoustic sound, but I mean I do like the electric stuff. So
there's more acoustic stuff, acoustic and clean guitar stuff on this album than there have been on the more than were on the previous releases. But it's not. I don't think it's gonna become like a thing that's gonna overshadow the electric guitar stuff, because that's still kind of what Red Scare is.
Right, and I mean the clean guitar stuff has always like existed in Red Scare, especially on the second album, but like I kind of toyed with an idea like an acoustic EP, and it's just not like that's a Cascade thing. That's not
right.
So what we're probably gonna end up doing next is some pretty maybe not heavy stuff, but definitely like hard.
Like my wiener.
Yeah, exactly. Where we've got like these overdriven guitars, but yeah, I kind of want to do something like semi-misfitsy, like where we
should definitely do like an electric guitar version of, like a distorted guitar version of instrumentals, like have layered shit. I don't know. That might be too ambitious.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But, also record silly intros and shit.
Right. And I mean, I like having, like, even if they're silly lyrics, I do like having lyrics.
Right.
For sure. But, like, I do like the idea of layered guitars. I do like the idea of, like, you playing more, the things I want to keep, like I like the bass solo continuation. I like having.
It's like Metallica and their ballads on every album.
Yeah, I do like having bass solos. They they're kind of reflective of the play style at the time. Like, of course they're still overdriven and whatnot, but I mean, I wanted you to play the bass solo, but you can play whatever the next one is on them.
I did get my own guitar track on this album anyway.
You got multiple.
Yeah, so
yeah,
it's kind of whatever.
You played the acoustic. You played the electric. So yeah, that's kind of like the thing I didn't like about homoerotica is it was mostly me playing the instruments and whatnot, even if you spoke, and it's not like that. It's not that it's not what I'm thinking is I did all the work. It's that I wish you would have more,
I was not confident enough to play instruments.
But here we are. We're doing relatively cool. Shit.
And I did get a bass solo on that album.
Right, and
which was. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm really glad things are starting to move forward like with your like actual playing, and I fuck dogs and whatnot.
The next album should be called Red Scare 4: A New Hope. A new scare.
Oh shit! Scare Wars. A new Red. No, I don't know. I don't know what I want the next album to be. We just finished the other one. I don't want to start thinking about.
Oh yeah, but I think we should let shit sink in and give it a few months.
Agreed. you know, and I kind of want to make something big. Like, oh
My
my
wiener.
dude, you're so gay. You're so cute.
Shut the fuck up.
This is that was the problem with the first time we tried to record this, is it would be me saying some like utter gay shit, and Jacob and I just like having it delve into some crazy shit. We recorded an episode on like how to achieve Unk status. That whole episode is just one big that's crazy.
That one might get released in about after our deaths.
40 years after I die.
Yeah.
40 years after my grandchildren are dead. Oh. But yeah. So what are you working on for like music other than like Red Scare, of course?
I'm doing a project with my buddy Daniel. It's a horror concept album, and the band name is Poltergeist.
Poltergeist, yeah. That's really cool. How long do you think that's gonna take?
Probably a few months.
Probably a
at
few
least.
months. Yeah. It's like actual music. It's not like lo-fi.
There is a lot of different factors going into this, and it's made even harder by the fact that he lives not here.
But I mean, we are getting new music out of you, so that's really cool. And Daniel's not a complete douchebag like a certain.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I haven't done a new remaster in a while too. Like, I did get my buddy Evan here lent me his Mac, which makes working on things a whole lot easier, but I don't know. I'm kind of focusing on that album with Daniel for now, because that requires a lot of mixing and mastering in of itself, and remastering stuff just kind of, I don't want to get burnt out from the entire concept in general.
Right. And I think that's I think making new stuff is more important than you know. You were talking about like, I don't know. You were talking about maybe getting it pressed on CD and whatnot.
Yeah,
that's really awesome stuff.
I don't want to put it on streaming services or anything. I want people to actually like buy it so I can get a profit from it. Like,
that shouldn't be interpreted as Jacob just doing music for profit.
No, but. I just want. I'm poor as fuck, and I just want money, but not. But I'm mostly doing the music thing as
passion.
Yep, a passion project, and I personally don't care for streaming services. I think they do artists dirty most of the time, and it's just not fun.
You saw my stats, right?
Yeah.
Like 2 million streams on a song that like amounted to $19. What? How does that happen?
I don't know. I personally just I think it's more fun to design like an actual cover for albums, like do the front cover, do the booklet, do the back cover, do the disc design. All of that is 10 times more fun than just designing just the album cover for a streaming service.
And you slap it on there, and then that's that. Like when Method Halloween came around and you and I were huddled around the computer making the designs, dude, that was fun. Like, I genuinely had a good time, and Method Halloween turned out great.
Yeah.
I think.
That's probably the best of the methods. It was really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to do something method-oriented, but then again, I want those things to come naturally. I don't want to force myself to make another method if I don't have to.
Right.
Or not that I have to.
We took a while to get to this album after Homoerotica, because we were kind of burnt out from doing that style of thing for a while.
Right.
We also probably didn't want to do the same shit over and over again, because believe it or not, making this style of music is kind of repetitive.
And it's ultimate, like the differences on Speak Swedish or Die, it's just enough to keep me invigorated in the Red Scare project. But like if we were going to try to force ourselves to make homoerotica again, I doubt anything would have came of it.
This album sounds like it still sounds like Red Scare, like the previous two releases, but it sounds different enough. Like Metallica's Ride the Lightning and Metallica's Master of Puppets. Like it's obviously the same band, but there are clear differences in the style and tone. It's a natural progression in sound, I think.
Agreed. Holy shit, I'm yawning so fucking much.
The only real, like, big difference between this and homoerotica is the sound. No, is like the production, the final sound of it with the mixing. It's not insanely loud. Of course, it does have its insanely loud moments, but it's not like you can actually tell what the hell is going on. When I was re-listening to Homoerotica earlier, all I was thinking was, holy shit, I can't tell what half of these riffs are supposed to be.
Right. And I generally like the idea where we're going with Red Scare now. You know, like where we like produce actually listenable music. So.
And Homoerotica was mostly just a release of some built-up anger.
Yeah. That's what happens when you get dumped, folks. And then with Jacob, I don't think Jacob's ever happy, so.
Oh, yeah.
We're laughing, but it's true.
No, I'm happy sometimes.
I'm happy anytime I'm with you.
Okay, bro. Okay,
Y'all have gotta stop calling me Unk. I am only 86.
Yeah. There is a track on here called Unk Anthem, right? Yeah.
4 seconds.
That shit's brilliant, honestly. The greatest song we've ever done.
Yeah. So.
Like, big highlights are obviously March of the Red Scare, which is an obvious reference and parody of SOD's.
Right?
Yeah, March of the SOD. There's actually 2 references to SOD on this album.
What's the other one?
Speak Swedish or Die is
a
reference to Speak English or Die.
We pull a lot. You know, since Bigger Than the Devil got added to Spotify.
Right.
You know, we've been pulling a lot of I know I can't speak for you, but I've been pulling a lot of inspiration from SOD, and I think Speak English or Die. I think that Bigger Than the Devil is a genuinely really good album.
I think both of their albums are genuinely great,
you know,
and I love them.
The whole comedic metal thing is the biggest, you know, take from, but I mean, I'm not as big a metalhead as you, but I do like paying homage to the metal projects of the world that are very great and very out of the box.
Another highlight is Moon Crickets.
It's crazy.
That song is a magical experience that you'll never forget.
Oh yeah.
There's a track on here that's actually about the history of Cascade called Cascadian Overture.
Yeah. Oh, it's so great.
Another highlight is PM4L.
If you know, you know. PM4L.
You're gonna have to piece that one together as an audience. A hint is Clerks 2.
Oh no! That's great.
So
it's cool. We're taking it back.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a great song. He's lighting things on fire.
No, I wanted you to see the heating paper. You see that? That's how we do our receipts over at my job.
Why?
I don't fucking know because it's cheap and I'm poor.
Okay.
My job.
Does it catch on fire?
You want to find out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Cool.
Oh fuck, it's on fire. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm gonna burn my house down.
Your crotch is gonna catch on fire.
It already feels like it's on fire. I'm gonorrhea. What?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm sitting here holding.
We gotta stop before we start tweaking.
Yeah, right. I didn't really have anything else I wanted to say too, but yeah.
Another good track, and probably my personal favorite, is My Experience with the Sex Offender Registry. It is a ballad.
Jacob's found his voice on this album, and I'm very glad things are delving into. You need to learn how to fucking sing in key. Jesus Christ.
I sing in key sometimes.
Sometimes you sing in key almost as much as I do.
I sing in key on the Hybrid Moments cover, which was actually something serious-ish, so that's why I kind of actually tried there.
Did you know that if you're gonna scream?
And also, that was more planned out beforehand. It's kind of hard to sing in key to something that is kind of made up on the spot as we go. At least for me it is. Because I don't know what you're going to play next, so...
Moments like you're taking us.
It's still burning.
I didn't notice.
Okay.
Hey Jacob, what the fuck am I gonna do about this dude? I'm sitting here. Ah!
Do you want me to go grab the fire extinguisher?
No,
Okay.
no, it's okay.
You want put it underwater.
No, it's okay.
You sure?
Yeah. No.
Oh shit!
You fucking stop the goddamn recording. Hit the fucking button over there. You fucking
Farewell,
idiot.
everyone.